And welcome back, everyone. We have returned.
Welcome.
So let's see. Is there... I wonder if there's anywhere I can save while I'm in here. Yeah, I used to TV sleep a lot. Thank you, Persephone. I used to TV sleep a lot, but it kept giving me headaches. So I've never watched much of Buffy the Vampire Slayer because what would happen is I would get home from class at like 2 in the afternoon on a Wednesday. I'm like, okay, I have a lot of spare time. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crash right now. And I would turn the TV on, and I'd fall asleep, and every time I would wake up with a headache, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer was playing. So I'd turn off the TV, regret my decisions, look for some water, and so I permanently have associated Buffy the Vampire Slayer with headaches because of my
That's
weird.
really funny, honestly, because, like, the main character, Buffy, is really annoying to me, and I'm just like, her giving you headaches is so funny to me.
I enjoyed the movie that came out,
I
and
don't know. NB, did we watch the movie? We've watched the entire series. NB knows. Thing.
think it's time to get out of here, don't you?
I don't know if I've watched the movie. I don't remember.
okay, so
That's something we could do, NB, is watch the Buffy movie together.
I really liked Paul Rubens in it. He has probably my favorite death scene.
Could this be... It is! It's the crack we saw when we first went to look at the mural.
Oh, well, whatever happened to the doctor is happening here, too.
I think she's right, you know. This could be our way out of here.
Only one way to find out. Here goes nothing.
Yes, that's the one.
Well, I've made more graceful entrances. Is everybody okay?
More or less. Anyway, I'm just glad we got out of there. We have to let everyone know the truth about the mural. Come on, let's get back to the village.
Okay, so that'll be a good time to save.
Always a good time to save.
Indeed.
I feel like, there should be some sort of, like, command on everyone's channel being like, have you saved recently?
I wonder, like, possibly put that on a thing where, like, I... Yeah, exactly. Well, like, I could put it on a timer on my Stream Deck, too. I already have 3 timers. What's one more at this point?
Have you saved recently? Just have it ask you, like, every hour.
I gotta say, my Stream Deck is so useful, I don't know how he streamed without it before. It's like this... It's a 32-key customizable keyboard, and it's responsible for basically any interaction I have with OBS over the course of a stream.
That's magical.
It's
Oh, it is.
really handy. But I also
Gotta
have a,
love tools made for a specific thing and them doing that thing.
yep.
Well,
Like I have a couple buttons on there that I just touch them and they start a timer. Like I have one for 3 minutes for the intermission, so I know if I'd be coming back before the ad break is up.
yeah.
It's true. The big painting cured me. All I had to do was look at it. It will do the same for you, I'm sure.
Well, I suppose I'd better go and take a look right away then. Thank you, young lady.
Little red-haired harbinger of death.
Another satisfied customer, huh, young lady? Another lamb to the slaughter, more like.
Now we're gonna have a boss fight with a small child in the center of town.
Should be part of my masterpiece by now.
Well, you have a small child that isn't a small child in your
Also
party,
true.
so
So it's a fair
really
fight.
that far-fetched.
Go back and let them all out this instant. You can't keep all those poor people trapped in there.
Yes, I can.
Come on. There's no
Also,
point
people
letting
trapped in a
anything
painting.
go
What is
wrong.
this?
Just let everyone
Luigi's
go,
Mansion?
will you?
I have never played Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, it is so fun.
Yeah?
I am such a hoe for like secondary character games. You know what I mean? Sidekick game.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
also love Yoshi's Island.
When my great work is so close to
I didn't get very far in Yoshi's Island. I don't know why it just didn't click with me at the time. I should probably give it another go one of these days.
Yoshi's Island was one of the first video games I like actually beat.
Oh, okay.
I was proud of myself. I was like, oh, dang, look at me go.
I remember my dad, he beat Super Mario Brothers before I did.
Seems like something a dad would do.
Yeah, I just remember we were trying to figure out Bowser's Castle one evening. We spent a good deal of time just trying to figure out how to get it to not repeat. And then, like, to this day, the path through is kind of etched in my brain now.
Well, I, for one, don't intend to let her
Forever.
get away with this. Come on, let's get back to that mural.
I have never successfully like played any amount of a Mario game. Like, I don't know what it is. I didn't
there
grow
are-
up with them, so like I don't have nostalgia for any of the Mario games.
Yeah, because they were coming out when I was fairly young and pretty invested in them. So like I remember the hype for Mario 2 and how insane 3 was at the time. Then like Mario World was good, but it wasn't the it didn't feel like the landmark that 3 was at the time because it wasn't as well. Mario 3 was some pretty kitchen sink design. It was just like, this game's going to do frickin' everything in terms of power-ups and so forth. And then 4 felt pretty minimalist by comparison, which, I mean, it still functions very well.
Yeah.
And the levels are better, in my opinion. Because
Maybe like that's what was focused on, you know? It was like okay, the last game we fucked around with all this stuff. How about in this one we tried doing this stuff better?
yeah, it's like they started with a huge block of wood and figured out the very small statue they needed to make from it.
Yeah.
Or statue. Maybe figurine would be a better word, since it's wooden. But we get what I'm saying eventually.
Yeah. I translate spookisms.
In the words of the 10th Doctor, that just sort of got away from me there. You know, I need to give Blink another watch. like, soon. That is such a good episode. I love how it's constructed.
I would honestly be so down to watch Doctor Who with you.
I don't know that I have access to the modern show. I don't know where it's streaming. I know the classic stuff is all on Tubi.
I haven't seen like the majority of classic stuff. I would be so down.
Yeah? Well, there's certainly a few particular episodes I like to go over.
Like I've only seen a handful of like the Fourth Doctor
Okay.
stuff. Like that's it. And like I fucking love the Fourth Doctor.
He was my
Baker
first.
is fucking legend.
Yep, he was my first Doctor. And positively my favorite.
Understandable.
Let's see.
Like I want to be a boy in the way that Tom Baker's Doctor is.
My uncle has pretty much said there's no way you can avoid the Doctor being gay. For all the years he traveled with Leela, and we never once saw the blue box rocking. I'm like, okay, fair point.
I just assume that like he's pansexual.
Yeah.
Like if
Well, like him and Captain Jack for sure.
they've explored each other's bodies.
Could go.
Several bodies.
Yeah, I mean the Doctor's got a few to pick from. And maybe it's me falling for a cheap gimmick, but I'm kind of fond of any of the episodes where the Doctor meets various incarnations of himself.
Oh, absolutely same. I am such a fucking sucker for it.
Even though every time they do it, except for one, when they name the episode the X number of Doctors, it'll always be X-1 Doctors. Like during the Pertwee era, they did the 3 Doctors, but William Hartnell was very sick at the time, so he could barely participate in the episode. When they shot the 5 Doctors, Tom Baker wasn't willing to show up, so they used some stock footage of him from Shada, and he did nothing. So
Oh no.
it's very funny in retrospect.
Awkward.
Yeah, it's very funny in retrospect. It's also sad that the only good version of Shada does not feature 4. They did a version of it with 8, which is still very good. But that was if I remember correctly, that was a Douglas Adams story.
Okay.
Yeah, but they did an audio drama version with Paul McGann. And that's probably the most complete version I am aware of.
I love fighting evil umbrellas. Like you were just fighting zombies and now you're fighting evil umbrellas. Like what the fuck is this game?
That's Dragon Quest for you. So Persephone, I don't know if you're aware, but I believe all of the classic Who Doctors 1 through 7 are all available on Tubi.
TUBI.
Yep.
I, for the longest time, did not understand what people were saying when they said available on Tubi, and I'm like, oh, how would you spell that?
Oh, yeah. That's where I've been downloading episodes of Babylon 5 because it takes me less time than ripping them does.
Yep. Thank you for ripping the movies. I quite enjoyed those movies.
Good, good.
I mean, episode 23.
God.
And
Okay, in at least that respect, Tubi kind of screwed up, but, you know,
whatever.
I'm not going to complain too loudly about it. It's just so weird watching that one with all the changes to the character models and the Delenn has psychic powers for this one episode and then never again.
You're like, okay, lady, what the fuck?
That was
It
so
was
wild.
like her power ring.
Yes, she had a collection of rings that gave her psychic powers. Yes, so a lot of episodes from the first through the third Doctor were lost. However, audio recordings of them did exist. They have a complete collection of those. And what they did with them is they took the audio recordings to Cosgrove Hall and had them animate any missing episodes. So you can see everything, even if it's been destroyed. It'll be cheaply animated.
Doctor Who, that's so cool.
Yep. I mean, it's the best option we have for some of them.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'll take it. Although I think some places you can't stream the very first serial because of an issue involving the estate of the writer. Apparently he's a bit of an asshole. So, and it's one of those things where the writer still retains the credits. Least worst is a good way to put it, yeah. So it's like, well, we're just going to have to go without him. It's like every time they want to use the dialects, they have to get in contact with the estate of Terry Nation, because he has, well, his dead body has control over the use of them. So,
His estate.
yeah. One of these days, I'm going to do an absurd protest where I protest against dead people having rights. It's like, can you believe this dead person is controlling things from beyond the grave?
That's some necromancy shit.
That's what it is. It's like, I am in favor of living rights. The problem is, I just feel like something that's obviously absurd like that would get hijacked by somebody with malicious intentions.
Yeah, that's my, like, first thought. I fucking hate my brain. It's so, like, realistic sometimes. I'm just like, can't I dream a little? Like, can't I just have some fun? And my brain's like, no. Everything would be ruined because people suck. And I'm like, shut up, brain, just because you're right.
There are so many I hate being right moments, especially with my job this year. Like, as soon as they introduced one of the products that we offer this year, I knew it's like, well, that's going to be a ton of calls. Because they're not going to like how this changed. Yeah, I'm just like, you guys didn't see this problem coming? Like, why are you management if you can't work this out on your own?
Ugh. Like, it's okay to ask for help, but, like, when the entire problem is your fault, like, please figure it out.
Okay, well, that's an improvement. Oh, that's right, she's resistant to sleep.
No sleeping for her.
Yeah, she just drank half a can of Monster and called it girl dinner.
Girl dinner, girl dinner. It's a TikTok sound.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Assume if I, like, break out into song, it's probably a meme reference.
Well, it's like if my dad breaks out into song, it's almost always a 70s song. Well, sometimes 80s too, or a musical that I didn't bother watching. I mean, not that I don't break into musical stuff every now and then, but it's definitely a thing.
Not nearly as much as your dad.
No, it's not possible.
I feel like your dad and I would just go back and forth with musical references. Like,
probably could, yeah.
and, like, my brain, like, when almost, like, anything is said, my brain, like, seems to go through a catalog of, like, is that lyrics to something? Pretty sure it's lyrics to something. You should sing it. Yeah, sing it now.
Well, like, one of my favorite songs of all time, and this is one of those least likely facts about me, is Emerson, Lake and Palmer's cover of Jerusalem. And anyone who watched me play Talos 2, anytime I was in the city of New Jerusalem, I started humming that song like constantly.
I love that there's different colors of evil umbrellas.
Yeah,
Changed
that
it up.
gold one is a rare one, and I don't know what their deal is. Like, in the... Oh, well, hey, you have a nice night, Envious Kitten. Thanks for coming by. Always happy to have you here.
Good night. I hope y'all have good sleepsies.
But yeah, there's occasional rare variants of these monsters that are supposed to have certain drops. Like, we were sent on a quest in Gallopolis to... Oh, God, I just got bumped off.
Oh, jeez.
Like, in Gallopolis, we were sent to find a gold cactus, because it was going to drop
Yeah,
a certain
I
item. Yep. So this one is going to drop something of interest, I guess? I don't know what, though.
We shall see. I hope it's cool.
And we're live again. Yay!
Yay, alive.
Oh, he's doing thwack. 3 swings, 3 misses. Well, too bad for him. Alright. Oh, God. Please, no steppy.
Please.
Please, no steppy. I'm sure you've seen those. There's the famous Gadsden flag, which is a snake coiled up, and it usually has the caption, "Don't tread on me."
Yeah.
But it's very difficult to take seriously because the guys who use it as an emblem often want a lot of stepping done on anyone who's not like them. So somebody did one where the snake was turned into kind of an anime figure, and the caption was changed to "Please no steppy." No step on Snick.
That's so cute.
Okay, and this thing is taking a beating. We've only just now got it down below 50%.
Dang.
Swing and a miss. Unfortunate. Bam, bam. Yeah, that was like almost 100 damage.
I guess gold umbrellas have more health than purple umbrellas.
Yeah, who knew that this was going to be a golden umbrella was going to be the biggest problem I dealt with today.
Who knew? Oh, ow. That was rude of him.
Certainly was not on my horoscope for the day. Not that I know. I've never read
We'll
one.
Counter problems with gold umbrellas.
Holy crap, 1,000 XP for that thing?
Hell yeah.
Well, I'll keep fighting those if that's how that's going to work. Okay, swords.
Sword, sword, sword. My diamond sword, sword, sword.
Attack power when wielding plus 10. Yes, please. Still can't learn Assassin's Stab. I mean, I could learn to steal things, but I don't really care about that right now. Those are boomerang skills, so I guess Eric is just going to stockpile skill points. What can she do with Wangs? Devil's Delight. She needs 2 more for this one. Well... Oh, good. There's a save point before the accursed altar, so that gives me some hope. Yeah, that was nice of them.
Thanks, game.
It's one of those.
Appreciate
It's a great embodiment of the dungeons are illogical trope, because they never make any sense. It's like, why exactly did they put something this convenient for the player character here? It's almost like they want to be defeated. The really cool thing is this place having multiple levels means I am having trouble navigating.
Stairs make everything so much more confusing.
And it does terrible things for the accessibility of this this extra dimensional space.
Right? I assume in extra dimensional space, no one has any disability.
Apparently not.
I just have to assume.
Oh, a war griffin. Okay, and he's too stunned to move. Well, that's a paddling. Or a sorting, whatever.
Please don't sword me.
Sorting is not sexy.
Here we go. I found the emote that I was looking for.
What's that?
I found the emote I was looking for.
Oh, okay.
Because I already said it. I need to use emote.
I remember a friend of mine, he collected little anime figures. And they were always guys with swords. His collection of sword boys. I'm like, yeah, no. Everybody's got a thing. It's like everyone's got a thing, and if that's his, that's pretty harmless.
True. True.
I remember, I don't remember where it came from, but it was, oh, you're lesbians? Which one is the sword lesbian, and which one is the bow lesbian?
So real. I was talking to a fairly new coworker of mine, and she was saying that she was trying to be a sports gaze so that she can hit on the like hockey girls. And I'm just like, that's so funny. She's like, I'm trying to learn stuff about hockey so I can talk to them.
Aww.
You're so gay. That's some gay commitment right there. She's like, I don't really like hockey, but like, I like the girls who play hockey.
God.
We've got you cornered. Cornered? It is you who have painted yourselves into a corner. Poor drab fools.
Incoming pun?
Behold!
We make better puns.
Personified. Artistry made flesh. I am Dora in grey. Worship me.
I mean, seriously, that's a lot of work they did for that one.